Hi, so we're doing case number 15. Hi, Bryce. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, when you came in last week, you kind of said that you were feeling really anxious about coming out, and I just kind of want to get a scale, 0 being no anxiety at all with friends and family, and 10 being I can't do this. I want to stay in my bed today. Where are you feeling today?
Um, I'm feeling probably like a 6.
A 6? Yeah. Is there anything that's led up to this as like since last week, or is this just kind of like a general feeling you have all the time?
This is pretty much how I feel all the time. When I'm with my mom, I don't feel like that at all. I feel
Okay.
very comfortable, but with my dad, I feel usually between like a 6 and an 8 that I just don't want to deal with telling him anything.
Yeah. So it does sound like you're okay with your mom and anything like this. You don't have the anxiety around her, but your dad kind of brings on the anxiety and trying to tell him these kinds of things.
Yes.
Okay. So today our goal is to kind of get that number down lower. Not so specifically with your dad, but just anyone, because you've also talked about how kind of your friends and how you know that they would accept you, but you're still really nervous about telling them. So we just want to kind of lower that all around number today.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes,
Okay, so I gave you a book last time. Did you have time to read it, Bryce?
I did.
Yeah. What did you think about it?
I thought it was helpful. I don't really know how to apply the techniques, but
Okay.
I liked that there were techniques in there that I could use if I felt extremely anxious that day.
Okay, yeah. So the book I gave you, like you said, gave you some techniques on how to come out or how to know when it's right to come out to people and gave you some guidelines around there, right?
Mhm.
And did you actually read the whole thing?
I didn't read all of it.
Okay.
Honestly, but I did like what I did read.
Okay, so one thing that I really liked in there that when I was reading over it, I like that it kind of gave you like a guideline and kind of like a scale, like we just did too, where you want to make sure that you're comfortable with this person and that you don't ever feel pressured to come out to this person. Is that something that you feel right now with anyone in your life? Do you feel pressured to come out to someone?
Um, I do feel pressured to come out to my dad because he is my dad and I respect him and I feel like he should know, but it is, scary.
Yeah.
I don't feel as comfortable around him and his family. They just have a different culture that I don't think would go over well with my sexuality.
Okay, so it just sounds like you're pretty uncomfortable with dad and him maybe telling the rest of his family and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't we try and work on this and maybe do a role play exercise? Is that something you might be comfortable with?
Yeah.
And I would be your dad and you would be you. This would be at a time where you are feeling a little more comfortable. And like the book said, maybe you're just alone with dad and you don't have a group or like his family, like you said, around him. This is also something that you've been wanting to do and you don't feel that pressure to anymore. And so let's just kind of act something out and see. This would be more of like an ideal situation if you would want that to happen. So, um, where would you like to start with that? If I was being your dad and you were being you and trying to come out to him?
So this would be like an ideal situation, like if in a perfect world I could
we're in a
tell
perfect
him.
world.
Okay. um, so I think I'd like to be doing something that we both enjoy doing,
Okay.
like bonding over something.
Yeah. Is there something that you can think of right now?
We both like to work on cars, so
Okay.
maybe we work on my car or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So do I just tell him or?
It's I mean, it's going to kind of come to you.
Okay.
We just want to work on getting those words out and making it feel comfortable for you so that when the time comes, this is something that's not so anxiety producing for you. It's something that you've said these words before
Okay.
and that you kind of have them in your head if, you start kind of wandering off when you start talking.
So I think in my perfect world, what I would do is I'd be bonding with him over something and we'd be having a good time. And then I would just tell him, I have something to tell you.
Yes, what is it?
Well, I'm gay.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me. I really respect the fact that you respect me enough to tell you about this. And I just want to let you know that I love you and I'm still proud of you. And that doesn't change anything between me and you. Yeah.
Okay. That was easy.
Easier, yeah.
Easier. And I think the fact that having it in my mind that we were having something, that we were bonding over something helped me because we don't really get to do that very often. We aren't as close. So maybe me spending some time with him before I tell him, and doing more things together that we like to do, may help me get
Do you think that
out.
would also help kind of take off that pressure to tell him too? By
Yes.
getting to know him better a little bit more?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we go work from there? So I guess just not homework, but an activity that you can do is maybe next time you see me, do a bonding activity with your dad and then come back and we'll talk about it and see how that went. And then we can discuss coming out a little bit more. You don't have to do it this next time, just kind of go out there and be with your dad and see how that goes. Get some more bonding experience in with him. Do you think that's something that you can do this week?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. So at the beginning of the session, we talked about you were kind of feeling like a 6 on that, general anxiety about coming out to people and your dad and his family. After doing this exercise and thinking about your homework for this week, how do you feel as that general number right now?
Right now, I feel really good. I feel like it's gone down maybe to like a 3.
Really? A 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Do you think it's just because we talked about it and kind of have some plans in place, or what really changed that?
Yeah, I think honestly, I just avoid it.
Okay.
And so whenever I do think about it, I feel really, really anxious and then I just push it off again.
Okay.
So, but yeah, kind of having a plan or at least a direction to go in, makes me feel a lot better.
Okay. Was there anything else you wanted to add before the session closes today?
No, I think I'm good.
Well, thank you, Bryce.
Thank you.